Hi everyone, welcome back to Day One Day. Uh, Last session, you have seen that how the transformer models it works. So today I'm going to talk about last session we talked about a theory. Uh, this week we're going to talk about some programming code, a simple exercise, which I'm not going to make sure that I'm not going to bore you with some silly small example which we're going to talk about here today. All right. So you can see here, we are talking about starting, which I always ignore warnings, and I always make sure that I upgrade my pip because I'm using a Python 3, and which is the latest one, greatest I use here. Right. The second part, which I'm doing in imports. So you can see here, I'm downloading transformers, TensorFlow Keras, and NumPy, which I also use IPython auto time all the time. Make sure that the reason I do that is you can see here, it prints out some information for me, gives me a pretty good time for that code block, 298 nanoseconds, microseconds. This helps me to scale what kind of a compute I need it for during a runtime. So now after the installation is done, let me clear this drawings. Then we're gonna do some imports. You can see here my line of code, which I'm doing some imports and the transformers, which is I'm doing also a pipeline. I'm trying to combine here my previous code, the pipelines, as well as transformer. And now it comes to a pre-training of my pipeline. So where I'm using my sentiment analysis, which is my task, and I'm using some model, which is an Dispel, which is one of our fine-tuned, simple NLP sentiment analysis one, which I'm doing it, right? So from here, we will go to a simple text, which I'm going to talk about. I picked some, I love working with the Hugging Faces models, which this is one of a text I picked it. And also you can see that I have some kind of a markdown rocket. I'm using it to mark down emojis you can call, but under that I'm using a rocket, which is a launching rocket. Right. So once I pass this text to my classifier, which has been configured here from a pipeline, and let's see what will be the output. Can you guess it before we talk about it? I want you to pause, guess it. What will be my accuracy? What will be my prediction? Right? Is it going to be a positive or a negative? Right. So I hope you pause yourself and let's go back to our outcome. Right. So I'm printing here my outcome, input and a prediction output, and you can see a label and a score. I'm also printing it. So my input is allow working with the Hugging Faces with an launching rocket, and my prediction is positive, and then my score is, you can see here, 99.805. So the prediction always, you can use this kind of a same thing, which you can also use this for reading public web pages, where especially I use this kind of a analysis, especially you understanding the bias towards financial news. So for example, if I'm watching a Google stock and or Amazon stock, which my uh, uh, employer, as part of that, I'll do any news, financial news comes out, especially advisors or someone is writing it, and I go and use this transformation to help me to understand whether the person who has written the content about the stock, whether it is a biased or unbiased. So it's a positive or negative. Based on that, I make a decision whether to put my money on a stock or not. So that is always gives me positive and negative, helps me to invest on a stock. Right. So I hope you understood what I'm talking about here and how I'm going to use my transformer models for doing the simple NLP text. So I hope you got it. And if you have any questions, please post a comment and we're going to talk about that too later. All right. Meanwhile, please subscribe to Day One Tale.